Do you ever feel like you just can't say no? Like you have this overwhelming need to make sure everyone around you is happy? It's like you're constantly adjusting yourself, your plans, even your feelings, just to avoid upsetting someone. You might feel guilty at the mere thought of saying no to a request. Maybe you worry that if you don't say yes, people won't like you anymore, or that you'll be seen as difficult, selfish, or not a team player. If this sounds familiar, you are definitely not alone. This isn't a sign of weakness. It's often a deeply ingrained habit, a pattern of behavior that started a long time ago. Understanding where it comes from is the first step. People-pleasing often has its origins in our early experiences. Think back to your childhood. Were you praised for being quiet and compliant? Did you learn that keeping others happy was the best way to feel safe or loved? Perhaps you grew up in an environment where conflict was scary, and you became the peacekeeper. You might have felt responsible for managing the emotions of adults around you. Maybe you learned that your own needs and feelings were less important than keeping the peace or getting approval. This teaches you to prioritize others' comfort over your own. These early lessons can create a deep-seated fear of rejection. You might fear conflict, criticism, or being abandoned if you don't conform to what others expect. So, you develop this strategy: keep everyone happy, and you'll be safe and accepted. It becomes your default setting. But here's the difficult truth. While you're busy saying yes to everyone else, you're often saying no to yourself. You're neglecting your own needs, desires, and boundaries. This constant self-denial takes a significant toll. Living life as a people-pleaser is exhausting. You're constantly juggling commitments, often overextending yourself because you couldn't say no. You feel stretched thin, drained, and maybe even resentful towards the people you're trying so hard to please. You might feel like you're being taken advantage of. Over time, you can start to lose touch with your own identity. What do you actually want? What are your priorities? It becomes hard to tell when you're always focused on others. You might find yourself agreeing with opinions you don't hold or doing things you don't enjoy, just to fit in or avoid disagreement. This erodes your sense of self. And perhaps the most challenging consequence is that you inadvertently teach people how to treat you. When you always say yes, people come to expect it. They might not even realize they're taking advantage, because you've set the precedent that you're always available and agreeable. It can feel incredibly difficult to change those expectations later on. But you can change this pattern. It takes awareness and practice, but it is absolutely possible to stop people-pleasing. The first step is recognizing the pattern. Acknowledge when you're saying yes out of obligation or fear, rather than genuine desire. Start small. You don't have to completely change overnight. Practice saying no to low-stakes requests first. Decline an invitation you don't really want to attend. Say you're busy when you are. Give yourself permission to pause before automatically saying yes. When someone asks something of you, take a breath. You can say, "Let me think about that and get back to you." This pause gives you space to check in with yourself. Ask yourself, am I doing this because I genuinely want to, or because I'm afraid of what will happen if I don't? Listen to that inner voice. Your feelings are valid indicators of your boundaries. If a request makes you feel dread or resentment, that's a sign it might be a no. Remember that saying no to a request is saying yes to yourself. It's saying yes to your time, your energy, and your well-being. The people who truly care about you will respect your boundaries. They will understand that you have your own needs and limits. Setting boundaries isn't selfish, it's self-respect. You are allowed to take up space in the world. Your needs matter. You matter, even when you say no. You are worthy of love and acceptance just as you are, not just for what you do for others. Breaking the people-pleasing habit is a journey of reclaiming yourself. Be patient and compassionate with yourself as you practice setting boundaries. You deserve to live a life where your own well-being is a priority, not an afterthought. Start practicing today. Subscribe to Mind Depth for real talk psychology made simple.